House rules to ask of you. Please, there will be no filming during this panel. And if you wish to take any photos, please take them within the first few minutes. But then as soon as you see the sign up there, that very large screen above all of our heads saying, do not take a photo, please don't take any photos. Are we all clear? Oh, come on, you weren't as loud as the first time. Please, are we all clear? All right, let's have some fun.
Hello, you guys. Oz Comic-Con 2018. Have you guys had a good Saturday? Some may say we saved the best for last. Does anybody out there like Riverdale? Please welcome to the stage, KJ Apa! Welcome.
How's it going?
You guys, he's here. Are you excited? First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
The show is, she loves you. And
Thank you, guys.
Did you have any idea when you originally read the script for Riverdale that this would be the type of reaction the show would get?
No, I don't think any of us did. I don't think... I mean, we all had come together, obviously, in Vancouver during the pilot, and we all had, our hopes and ambitions for the show. We obviously really hoped that it would take off, but I think, we were really lucky that it took off, and just that period of time, it just kind of blew up really fast. I don't think any of us were expecting that.
I mean, it blew up so fast. It for some reason, it resonated so deeply with people. And I don't know, because when you originally are familiar with the comics, and I'm curious as an actor, were you familiar with the Archie comics before you auditioned? And then when did you learn of the sort of the tonality the show was going to have?
Yeah, I had no idea of the comics at all. I read the pilot, and I kind of thought it was weird, why has he got red hair? Not that there's anything bad about that, but it's just it was just very strange to me. The whole concept was very strange, but I think that's why the show works, is because there's literally kind of, nothing out there like it. And although it's really weird, it just works, I think.
Well, it's sort of like a young, Twin Peaks, it has that tonality to it. So let's talk about getting the role of Archie. There was a huge worldwide casting search, 4 months long, and eventually it whittled down to you. What was the audition process like?
So I had to, I was in LA. I was given the opportunity. I read the pilot, and I was all over it. I loved it. And then I went into David Rappaport, who was the casting director for the show. And I saw him the first time, and it was just nothing. I read through it, and it was just like a normal audition. He told me I left and whatever, and I didn't hear from it for like 3 weeks. And then I went back and I read again for him because I still hadn't found the guy, obviously. And he was like, "Oh, have you been in here before?" And I was like, "Yeah, I came in like 3 weeks ago." And he's like, "Okay, just stay here." And he went back, and then I ended up like during that 3 days, I ended up having to just go keep reading for the producers and stuff, and then it just kind of happened from there.
And when did you actually go back and look at the comics, or did you ever, since you weren't familiar with them?
Yeah, they sent us all a whole big like box of comics and stuff that we could look at. But yeah, I don't really spend my spare time reading Archie comics.
I'm not sure you should confess that.
Yeah. I've read a few. Definitely read a few to obviously gather that knowledge. And it's such a massive franchise. I mean, they had their 75th birthday, I think. Going on 75 years, the Archie comics, which is amazing. So,
well, one of the great things about the character and you on the show is the singing and the playing and the music and everything. And how did that come about? Did you audition? Did you let them know that you were, musically inclined when you were auditioning?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the singing and stuff on the show. I don't particularly enjoy singing. It makes me cringe a lot. The musical episode was very difficult. The scene where I'm walking out of the house and I've got my AirPods in and I'm walking down the street, I'm singing the song. That was pretty gnarly. I did, in the screen test, actually, I took my guitar and I said to them, "Do you mind if I just play your song?" Because, at that stage, I'm just trying to do whatever I can to get the job. Like, I don't really care. And then, so I did that, and I played a Stevie Ray Vaughan song. I can't remember the song, but yeah.
I guess that sealed the deal.
I reckon it probably sealed it.
Yeah,
sure.
It was definitely strong. Do you have a favorite episode from the last 2 seasons that you filmed?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite episodes was the wrestling episode. I really, really enjoyed that. That was pretty cool. Like, we actually worked with these real dudes who were actually wrestlers, and they were just throwing us around. I was asking them to teach me a whole lot of moves and stuff. It was sick. And Mark Consuelos is actually, like, he reckons he wrestles, but I don't reckon. I reckon he's all talk, eh? But he was teaching me stuff as well, and he loved it as well. He got me in a big choke hold as well, which is pretty cool. He liked that because he got to show off his arms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many great episodes, and I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions. So we will open it up to questions from the audience. Raise your hand, and someone will come around. And everyone has a question. I see you. That's why we're opening it up so early. And don't worry, we're not going to cut the panel short, even though we started late. So we'll try to get to as many people as we can.
Cool.
While they're getting organized, everybody here obviously is passionate about Riverdale. Mm-hmm. What are you watching? What are you reading? What do you geek out about?
I love music. I listen to a lot of music. I love Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen. Van Halen, it's my favorite band. Yeah. I don't watch that much TV. I don't watch that many movies. Big fan of Tom Holland, legend. Wow. Yeah, I love Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was always I'm not ever like a fan of anything, but I could definitely say that I'm a big, big fan of Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, when he was cast, Stan Lee was like, he is the perfect Spider-Man.
Yeah, he is perfect for it. And I reckon, I was talking to our showrunner, I was like, mate, we got to somehow, can you reach out to Tom Holland? Can he come on, just cameo on the show or something?
Yeah.
I reckon that'd be sick. You guys would love that.
I mean, it's a great crossover. I think that should definitely happen.
100%.
Why not? Why
maybe
not?
I could. No, I was going to say maybe I could.
No, go ahead. Say it.
Maybe I could be Spider-Man. I don't know.
Yeah. It could happen.
In my dreams.
It could definitely happen. All right, let's start with our first question right up here. Hi.
Hi, KJ. I'm Sasha.
Hi, Sasha.
I was wondering if you have any advice for a young actor such as myself.
Yeah. I always tell people, whether you're an actor or not, but, speaking specifically for an actor, I would say to step outside of your comfort zone. And I know it's kind of a cliche thing that you may hear all the time, but every time, personally speaking, every time I step outside of my comfort zone and do something that I know is going to make me uncomfortable, only great things can come from that. And I don't think anything great can come from being inside your comfort zone.
That's a great question. Good luck to you.
Yeah,
Thank
good luck,
you.
Sasha.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Jess. I love you.
Stand up so we can see you.
What was the food like on set?
Oh, it's great.
This is your hard-hitting question?
Do you mean the food like that we eat in the scenes, or do you mean the food that we get offset? The catering's great. The crafty table, I don't know if you guys know what crafty is, but there's this big, long table with just food all the time, 24/7 on set. And me and Charles, if no one knows where we are, we're usually always at the crafty table. Just
At the craft
smashing
service,
donuts
yeah.
or something. Yeah. It's good food.
Thank you. Hi.
Cast member for Riverdale.
My favorite cast member?
Yeah.
I don't want to be biased. I probably can't give you one, but you know, I love working with all of them. They're all great. I love Cole. Yeah, he's cool. Charles is a legend too. He's become a really, really good friend of mine, Charles, after taking over that role. All the girls are amazing. Cammie's amazing. Lily's great. We've all become really, really good friends.
Thank you. And hi.
Hi, KJ.
Hey.
I was just wondering, what's your favorite moment on set with like the cast?
Favorite moment?
Craft service, right?
Yeah. I'd say probably, I don't know about a favorite moment, but the most memorable moment I've had on set was when I broke my hand in that last episode of the first season. Just because it was honestly just like very intense. Like everything was so stressed out. But at the same time, there was this sense of kind of peace on set, which was just like, we're there, like we've done it. And like we ended our day, everything was good, although I had a broken hand or whatever it was, but like it ended up being great, and we all just got it done, which was cool.
Yeah. Wow.
It was freezing cold. We were on a frozen lake. It was just gnarly.
And wrapping the end of a season is always kind of weird, you know,
Yeah.
because you're not really sure what is in store for the show next.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you. All right, where are we? Oh, here. Hi.
Hi, I'm Emily. My question is, what would you like to see Archie do in season 3?
Take your shirt
Take
off.
his shirt off. That would not be something new. He takes his shirt off every minute he gets the chance. Well, I think it's pretty safe to say Archie's going to start off the third season in jail, which is going to be kind of, you know, when I thought that we were going dark with Archie this season, the previous season, I didn't think that you could possibly get, you know, more dark. And it looks like, you know, the writers of him being in jail is probably going to be a cool thing for me to play with. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I personally am wondering at what point during season 3 does the sort of optimism come back in? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like me and Cole always talk about it. Like, there's no scenes where we can just have fun together.
Yeah.
Like, we're always not mates.
Right.
And we want to have a chance to, by the way, like all these serious scenes, behind the scenes, if you were to be watching, it's honestly, we cannot keep it together.
Oh, that's so funny.
The more serious we have to be in a scene, the more we can't keep it together.
The more not serious it is.
Yeah, 100%. Sometimes we have to literally do scenes. If it's his coverage, they have to put a mark up behind my head because he can't look into my eyes. It's crazy.
That is really interesting. That's great. Hi.
Hi. Hope you liked your stubby holder I gave you as well, too.
I did.
Awesome. Okay, so I was just wondering, what's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you on set, not including your singing?
Most embarrassing moment.
The most embarrassing moment that's happened to me on set.
Or it could have happened to someone else on set that you witnessed. You've stumped him.
I mean, the first thing that came to my mind, I'm sure there's something worse. That's a hard one to think on the spot. But you know how there's always scenes of me coming out from my bedroom and I'm walking down the stairs at the Andrews house? Mm-hmm. I slid right down the stairs and And it never made it onto the blooper reel. I was calling them. I was like, hey, like, can you guys put that on there? Like, it's pretty funny.
They're like, it's not quite funny enough. You know?
Yeah, or I just wanted it for just me, and they couldn't find it or whatever. I was like, well, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. Great question. Hi.
Hi, KJ.
Hey.
Once you moved to America and all of that, how was your process of getting into acting once you're up there, and how has that changed your life?
Good question. It was crazy, man. I left New Zealand when I was 18. I was on Shortland Street. I don't know if you guys know that show. Yeah, it's a real good show. That show taught me everything. I mean, it's the most brutal show I've been on in terms of work, like the work ethic and stuff. Like, it was gnarly for sure. It taught me everything that I had when I went over to the States. But yeah, it was rough. It was kind of, you know, I had a good support system. My parents let me do it. My agent from back home supported me 100%. I wouldn't have been able to do that without her. And she took me over there. We did the rounds, and it ended up just things happened. I was, you know, pretty lucky. You know, sometimes I just think you need a bit of luck every now and then as well. You're in the right place at the right time. Sure, like, work hard and stuff, for sure, always helps. But in certain instances, and I will say with me, like, sometimes I reckon luck is always a part of it. And God.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right. Hi.
Hi. Oh,
Hey.
okay. My name's Corinne. Nice to meet you, KJ.
Nice to meet you.
again. So my question is, what's something that you like about your hometown, New Zealand?
Something I like about my hometown? I love the culture. New Zealand, I mean, you can't beat New Zealand. For me. Yeah, the boys, like, just, there's nothing like just being back home with the boys, beer. There's just nothing like it, seriously. And the culture in New Zealand, I love it. I love the Māori culture. It's just like, when I moved over to the States, it was very hard. Like, I had to cut out a whole lot of the, like, dialect that I was speaking. Apparently no one understood what I was saying. Yeah, when I go home, it's probably when I feel like the most comfortable and the most relaxed and then the most, like, at peace, for sure.
Yeah. Have you adjusted to life in America now?
I've adjusted. I've adapted to it, for sure. But there's definitely, like, I definitely know I'm not at home all the time.
Right.
There's never been one time where I'm like, yeah, I could, like, I feel as comfortable as I would be back home. No way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, do you have any crazy stories about the rest of the cast from night shoots?
Night shoots. Let me think about that, and I'll get back to you. I can't think of anything on the top of my mind.
Actually, it's probably you have too many stories, and you have to whittle it down.
There's honestly so many. Let me think about it.
All right. Over here. Yes, hi.
Hey, I just wanted to ask, what did you ever think of Archie's character in the script? Like, were you like, what are you doing, Archie?
In other words, did he ever read an episode and wonder about Archie's choices?
You mean in particular, like, with Miss Grundy and that kind of stuff? I loved that storyline. Yeah, I mean, for sure. There's definitely been certain times where I've been questioning, as an actor, being like, well, but why? For sure. But I think, you know, Archie is a meathead with a golden heart, you know what I mean? I feel like he's very much, he acts in the moment, and he's very impulsive, and I just think he wants the best for everyone, and while being a very impulsive person, he doesn't realize the kind of the consequences of those immediate actions that he, you know, I just think he wants the best for everyone, and he loves his friends and his family and stuff, but he just, you know, he's a bit of an idiot sometimes. We all are.
He acts on impulse.
He does.
Okay. Yes. All right. Where are we? Hi.
Hi, I'm Chloe. Oh, that's not working. Hi, I'm Chloe.
Hey.
I was just wondering, I know there's a lot of Cheryl and Tony deleted scenes coming out. I was wondering if there's any Archie deleted scenes that are coming out that are pretty good.
What do you mean? Are there deleted scenes coming out?
Yeah. Like, they've been tweeting a lot about the Choni scenes that are out. I was wondering if there's any
Choni?
Archie scenes that have been cut.
Is Choni a thing? I've never heard Choni before. Chachi.
Yeah.
Okay. Just thinking of all the different ones in my mind.
This show is big on those name mashups.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be. I hope there is. I'm sure there's tons. They got so much stuff. Every time I see an episode again, they cut like 15 minutes off each episode because we shoot so much.
Uh-huh.
And there's a whole lot of scenes that get cut that are really interesting scenes usually, but it's not going to work because we got too much content.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, fingers crossed, right? Thank you. Okay, where are we? Over here. Hi.
Hi, KJ. I'm Georgia. I was wondering, what's the best part of playing Archie on Riverdale?
The best part about being Archie on Riverdale...
Being Archie.
I think the best part about being Archie is the fact that it's, I have the opportunity to be the first... Well, we all have the opportunity to be the first actors to bring these characters to life. And, I guess we're creating the foundation of that. Like, when we pass on, maybe there'll be another dude who's playing Archie. But I guess it's a cool thing to know that I'm the first guy to play Archie, which, I don't know, it's kind of cool to me.
Which is unusual for a comic that's been around for 70 years.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But I think it works because it's so different as well as being, keeping the same iconic parts of the comics.
Yep. Thank you. That was a great question. Thank you. All right. Where are we?
Up the back.
Okay. Hi.
Hi, KJ. I'm Scarlett.
Hey.
What was your reaction to being told you had to do a full episode of just singing?
You mean the musical? Yeah, I wasn't keen. It's definitely not keen. But, you just have to bite the bullet sometimes. Like, again, that takes me outside of my comfort zone. And I singing on camera, singing in general, it makes me uncomfortable. But I just did it because it's my job and I get paid to do that. So,
Thank you. Yes. Another question up there? Yeah. Hi.
Hi, KJ.
Hey.
I was wondering, what's your opinion on Varchie?
My opinion. I love Varchie. Varchie's solid. I think Varchie is very solid. Cammy is... I love working with Cammy. And, I think, you guys obviously love that relationship. And I think those two characters and, me and Cammy have a really strong relationship. And I think that, I think we make it work pretty well.
Absolutely. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, KJ.
Hey.
Oh, God. I came to Comic-Con just to see you, and I wanted to know 2 questions. First one was, do you prefer your brown hair?
Brown.
Or your brown? And will you come out with us tonight?
Where you guys going? I can't do a strip club. The boys don't do strip clubs. Not good.
But nice try.
Thank you for the invite. I think it's...
Thank you. Hi. Hi.
Hi, KJ. If you could play any other character, what would it
Spider-Man.
be?
He's already made a pitch for Tom Holland's job, so...
No, I mean, like in a dream world, Spider-Man. Literally, I fantasize about it all the time. But I don't know. I'd love to be like, when I think about it, I'd love to be in a war film. I think I've seen Fury is one of my favorite movies. Brad Pitt is a legend. Love Brad Pitt, and I think being in a movie like that would be cool.
Oh, that'd be great. Like, I could have seen you in Band of Brothers. Or,
that was a cool show, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, where are we? With the...
out of Fred, Andrew, and Hermione Lodge, who would you vote for to be mayor?
Fred. It's my dad. It's my dad.
Good answer.
Hermione's sneaky.
And up here, way in the back. Hi.
Hi, my
Hey.
name's Sophie.
Hey, Soph.
We can see that there's been a lot of shows that have been crossing over with other shows. And my question is, if you could see Riverdale cross over with another show, what would it be?
Supernatural. I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's a new show being made called Sabrina. Which, by the way, is going to be it's going to be unbelievable. I'm telling you, this show is going to be big. That would be a cool crossover. They were talking about it. I don't think, I think they were kind of just like speculating it to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think you could have like supernatural kind of stuff in Riverdale. I don't think that would work, but it'll be hard. We'll see. That would be my pick, though.
All right. And right here, hi.
Hi, KJ. My name's Evie, and I wanted to know your thoughts on like Barchie and your like growth from the start when you started Riverdale from now to when you've just finished season 2, and like your connections between the cast.
Yeah, good question. I love Barchie. I think, obviously from the comics and stuff, Archie and Betty is, in my mind, from what I've seen, is endgame. And I think it's definitely probably will be a process, or maybe it won't even happen. But, we put in little subtle moments with Archie and Betty, like that you pick up on every now and then, where you can fully see what's going on, and you can see that they have a very, very special relationship that kind of, they've spent their whole lives together almost, which just kind of beats all the other relationships around us. But at the moment, they're just friends for sure. And I think all the cast relationship between all of us, at the start of the show was crazy, and it's we didn't obviously know each other at all coming in. I was from New Zealand. I had, they were all Americans or Canadians actors, and I felt pretty isolated. I wasn't accustomed to the lifestyle, like just the general culture, like sitting at a table and like having drinks or whatever, or talking about stuff. Like I just kind of felt isolated sometimes. I'm also the youngest, and I was only 18, and a lot of them were in their mid-20s, late 20s. So yeah, I definitely felt a little bit like, where am I? What am I doing? Like kind of very lonely kind of. But then, after working the first season, we all became very, 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 very close. And, those guys we're a family now, for sure.
That's what happens when you spend, the process of filming a television show is so long, and you spend so many hours together.
Yeah.
Like, one of two things happens, and you can tell when you watch that show that you guys are very tight-knit.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yep. All right, where are we going next? Who has a question? Where are the mics?
You're right, at the back.
Okay.
Okay.
Wave your light. There you go. Hi.
Boom.
That's you. Oh, hello. Just wondering, were you guys aware of who the Black Hood was before it all came about? And if you weren't, or when you were, did you have bets on as to who it was? And was anyone right?
Yeah, I thought it was Tom Keller, the sheriff. I thought it was him the whole time. And in my mind, to me, he's the only guy with green eyes. I'm just thinking, like, for a start, the amount of times I say in the show, he's got green eyes. Like, Archie's adamant this dude has green eyes, the guy that he saw. And he's seen the sheriff so many times after that in his office, and, like, you'd think he'd maybe look in his eyes and be like, oh, he's got green eyes, that could be the Black Hood. And then he sees Hal Cooper, who is the Black Hood, and says, that's definitely him, definitely him. He's got blue eyes.
Yeah, you're like, what's happening here?
But I guess, it's hard to tell with the mask on and stuff.
Yeah, it was dark.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name's Anna.
Hey, Anna.
I just wanted to ask, what are your thoughts on Betty and Jughead?
Oh, I love them. Love it. Yeah. I think I love their relationship. I mean, Cole and Lily have a very special relationship. And, you know, he's a legend. She's a phenomenal actor. Lily's one of the best actors I've ever worked with. Every time I'm in a scene with her, I could say I'm moved by her performance. She brings something new every time, and she can just access emotion like it's nothing. It's so easy for her, which is, you know, a blessing as an actor. Sometimes it can be really hard to access that, but yeah, I think that relationship really, really works, and I think, yeah, I don't know what to say. I think they're great. I love them.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
What about Archie and Jughead, though, eh?
Yeah, I mean, Jarchie. Why not? Hi.
Hey, so gnarly must be one of your favourite words, obviously, 3 times. Which
who's
one do you
counting?
prefer, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Thank you.
Cats are like evil.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to earn their respect, eh?
Yeah.
Cats eat you if you die. They eat you. They did
didn't know
They did a
that.
study. A man died in his home and his cat ate him.
That's not nice.
Yeah, because cats hate everyone.
Yeah. On the inside.
Yeah, I would never buy a cat, and I don't know why anyone would buy a cat.
Hi.
Hi, KJ.
Hey.
I'm Emily. So my question is, what would you do if you were put in Archie's position regarding Hiram and the Black Hood? And are there any actors or actresses that you would love to work with?
Tom Holland, eh? No, yeah, I think, what would I do in that situation? Probably the exact opposite of what Archie did. I don't know. I think, you know, he was kind of blinded by Hiram's, you know, deceit, and I think that sucked. But I think, you know, it was all for good intentions, and he wanted to earn his respect. I guess he's going out with his daughter, and I think, you know, when you're going out with a girl, you always, you know, want to impress the father, and you want to come across like you can handle yourself, and you can, you know, be a man.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right. Hi. Way up here.
Hi,
Yep.
KJ.
Hey.
I'm Maddie.
Hey.
Hi. I was just wondering, with your accent, what is the strangest accent people have thought your natural accent is, and what it was like having to put on an American accent for the show?
People think I'm Australian all the time. Americans just... The funny thing is that they don't even say, like, a lot of the time, you know, I get it when people go, oh, so are you Australian? And I'll say, no, I'm from New Zealand. But a lot of people literally have the nerve to be like, so where are you from in Australia? Like, where are you from in Australia? And it, like, almost as if they're so in their minds, they're like, I know it, I can hear it, I know he's Australian. And I'm like,
No.
oh, I'm actually from New Zealand. And then they're like you can see the shame in their eyes immediately.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, KJ. I just wanted to ask, what was your first impression of Cole, and do you remember me?
I remember you. Yeah, I remember you.
My question is, what do you have in common with Archie?
When me and Cole first met, we met in the Sutton Hotel in Vancouver. And you may have heard this story before. He hit me up on Twitter or whatever and said congrats or whatever. I was like, my heart was beating. And because I watched him on TV, me and my mate used to watch him all the time on TV. We loved that show. It's a great show. Yeah, it's a good show. And I remember meeting him, and I was like, I was definitely like starstruck. And I was just like, oh, nice to meet you, bro, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, he's very, very cool. You know, Cole keeps his cool. Like, nothing will, it's hard to impress Cole. And I don't think I've never once seen him, like, ultimately starstruck, where he loses his, you know. And I get like that. Like sometimes I'm hard to contain. Like I'm like, oh. And I was very trying to play it cool. But I thought he was going to be a dick, to be honest.
Pleasant surprise.
Yeah, and we've turned out to be such good friends. I don't know anyone like Cole. He's the most unique person that I know. I couldn't relate him to any one of my other mates. He's a very, very unique human being, and I mean that in the best kind of way. But yeah, he's a solid dude for sure.
That's awesome to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. And yes, hi.
Hi, I was wondering, in Riverdale, if you could be any other person other than Archie, who would you be?
Tom Holland. Crossover.
I would probably be... I can't be a girl, though, eh?
You can.
I'd be Hiram. He's got a cool character.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Do something different.
That would be different. Thank you.
Or Casey's... What's Casey's character's name again? Kevin. Yeah, Kevin. Kevin's cool. Kevin's my favorite character on Riverdale.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right. Hi.
Hi, I'm Jamie Lee.
Hey, Jamie Lee.
Hi. I don't know if you're going to be able to really answer this because I know you have to be careful of what you say. But I have a fan theory. Kind of want your what you think about it. So I kind of think Archie's going to choose in a way to stay in jail to take Hiram down from the inside, finding out what he's working on. What do you think about that?
I think that's a pretty smart idea. And I also think, on top of that, is that if he's in the same jail as Hal Cooper, who has just been arrested for being the Black Hood, what could come from that too? Literally, they don't tell us anything. They don't tell us anything, though. We don't know anything. They keep us very much in the dark. All I know is that I'm going to be in jail at the start. No, I think it's pretty cool. Can't. If I knew, I would, but I can't. I don't know.
How far ahead do you get the scripts?
Sometimes we get them the day before we have to start shooting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they run a very, very tight schedule. Everyone works so hard to get it, but it's gnarly.
Hi.
Hi, KJ. I'm Poppy, and
Hey, Poppy.
my question is, what do you have in common with Archie? And after you answer that, it's my sister's birthday today, and she wanted you to sing happy birthday to her. And
You
her
know-
name's
He already said singing makes him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So you don't want to make him
I
uncomfortable.
got a sore throat today.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Happy birthday. What was the other
question
part of your
was,
question?
what do I have in common with Archie?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry I can't sing to you. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do it. I'm not The Rock. The Rock would just be doing it right now, eh?
No. I don't know.
If I was Spider-Man, I'd do it for sure. I got nothing to
Yeah.
lose.
Common with
Moving
the
on
character.
from this.
Yeah.
What do I have in common with Archie? We're both pretty physical.
Uh-huh.
I think we're both very loyal to our friends.
Uh-huh.
I think we both, want the best for all our friends. I think his integrity is similar to mine, and I think he's pretty motivated when he gets onto something. He's quite impatient, and I feel like I'm definitely the same. And he's very indecisive.
Yeah.
Clearly, and I'm a pretty indecisive person myself. Yeah.
And same there. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, KJ. I'm Mia.
Hey, Mia.
What are your hobbies?
Hobbies.
What do you do in your spare time?
I like playing the guitar, watching Spider-Man. Just kidding. Listening to music. I don't get much free time. I go to the gym a lot. I seriously have kind of a boring life. I find that I'm actually a pretty boring person. I go to the gym and I go to work, and usually 90% of the year that's all I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Boring.
Thank you. Hi.
KJ.
Hey.
Is it working? Yeah. I'm Faith, and I was just wondering who's the biggest prankster on set, and if there is, what was like the most memorable prank or joke on set?
I think I'm probably the biggest prankster, but like I don't think, like I just scare people. I just set my phone up and scare people and stuff. I go into their trailers and like wait in there. Sometimes I've waited for like an hour and a half.
You're committed.
Yeah. And sometimes they don't even come. Like I've just wasted an hour and a half. But yeah, that's usually as far as it gets. This season, though, I've told myself I'm going to be way more onto it. I'm going to do some crazy stuff. Just stay tuned. Might make a YouTube channel and put it all on there. So what's the deal? You guys love YouTube, eh? Is YouTube a thing? YouTube's a thing.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Do you guys all follow Madelaine's YouTube? Wow, crazy.
Hi.
Hi, KJ. I'm Bree. I was just wondering if you could change one thing about Archie's decisions during season 2, what would it be?
Change any of his decisions in season 2? What happened in season 2 again?
But you know what? If you changed them, then it wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to kind of picture that because it kind of wrapped up so perfectly.
Yeah. Again, hard to think on the top of my mind. I don't know. I think I would change his, him working with Hiram so much. I just think there was a lot of like unnecessary drama. If he had just thought, oh, he's clearly not a good person and he's done the dirty on me so many times, I should maybe not have that relationship with anymore. But he continues to dig himself deeper.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, KJ.
Hey.
I was just wondering if you've ever accidentally used your New Zealand accent on set instead of your American accent.
Accidentally? Oh, no. I don't. I mean, I only use the American accent if I'm on camera, like in a scene. But no, I've never used my New Zealand accent.
It's kind of part of the character. I mean, that's probably part of what
I
frees
can't
you
act.
up as an actor.
Honestly. I can't act with my normal accent. It makes me. I can't. For some reason, it's just. I feel like I'm terrible when I'm using my real voice. Because it makes me feel like I'm. It makes me feel like I'm acting more when I can do the accent. I would much rather do the accent.
Yeah,
sure.
it's like putting on wardrobe or
Exactly. I'm not myself.
Yeah.
As much.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I was wondering, what was it like filming the clip with Camilla Mendes about the Jingle Jangle where she was smashing everything?
What was it? What?
What was it like filming the clip with Camilla Mendes about the Jingle Jangle while she was smashing everything?
Smashing everything.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Which scene?
What is... I don't know.
Wait. Was she smashing everything? Oh.
Yeah.
I still don't even know what you're talking about, honestly.
It was obviously very memorable.
I'm so sorry. I can't remember. YouTube.
Yes.
Next question.
Okay, let's go. Where are we here? We have time for like 3 more questions. Let's go up to the back. Hi.
Hi, my question is, what did you think about the Infinity War movie?
I haven't seen it.
It's really good.
I know. I'm probably gonna see it while I'm here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I know.
All right.
I'm only going for him. He's my man crush. I'm kidding.
All right. Hi.
Hi. So.
Yeah, it's on.
Sorry. So, out of the Spider-Mans, obviously you like Tom Holland, but
I'm kind of just taking the piss now. But yeah. At the start, he's a cool guy.
Was he originally your favourite out of the 3, or did you prefer Tobey Maguire or Andrew
Tobey
Garfield?
Maguire. I mean, I just think they're so different, and obviously, times are changing and stuff. But I just think, for me as a kid watching Tobey Maguire to me is Spider-Man.
Yeah, and when Sam Raimi made that, it was before like all CGI, and
Yeah.
it was kind of like a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little more authentic, and I think now the superhero movies, they're great movies and they're big and they make lots of money and stuff, but that's kind of all they're really doing now. I feel like, you know, the stories, I love Batman because it's so subversive and like there's a dark side of the film and you don't feel like you're sitting in like a big action-packed movie.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was kind of what Spider-Man was too. It was a sad and beautiful like love story almost as well.
Mm-hmm. All right, last question right here. Hi, make it a good one.
So what are your thoughts with putting pineapple on pizza?
Pineapple on pizza.
Nah.
No. And there you have it, guys. Did you guys enjoy this hour? One more big round of applause for KJ Appa!